Okay, so welcome to the Conscious Healthy Aging Well-Being Circle. So this has been a labor of love of bringing this together, and it's been an evolutionary process that all began with this, an idea for conscious healthy aging. I was looking at my friends in a Zoom session, and I noticed we're all getting a little bit older. And I thought to myself, wow, with my background in health, my interest to care for my friends, actually, a lot of my patients are getting older too. I thought to myself, wow, I'd love to put something together where we can consider what it takes to stay well as we age. So that's where the idea sprang from. And that idea had some core aspects that for the past year, we've been elaborating further on with a few of us. And the first one is looking at our reason for being. So you can say that the light of who we are and opening up to actually seeing how we can articulate that and then seeing how we can align with our reason for being. And there's a process that I help my patients with called heart math, and it recognizes when the heart is beating in its healthy rhythms, heart rate variability. It allows, you can say, a certain sensing from, you can say a higher place in consciousness that's received into our awareness of our conscious mind. And then when there's an alignment like that, you can say there's an effusion of energy that kind of fills our body. But then to focus too on what it takes to care for our physical body as we age. So there's lots of things as a practitioner that I've come across to help with quality of our, you can say, functional lives as we age, which can relate to our lifestyle factors, genomic factors, supportive factors, and then ultimately to play your part. So I make the analogy, why should we be healthy unless we're playing our part, our vital part with others? And I've been using this analogy is reframing aging as vital force. And I don't know if some of you read some of my posts where I looked up the word aging at a certain point, and I found an ancient derivation of a translation where aging was related to vital force. And it made me think about, okay, let's reframe the idea of aging to vital force. One of my past participants didn't want to continue with the program because she didn't want to focus on the word aging, but it got me thinking, and I said, wow, we can reframe the thought of aging to actually having a greater emanation of vital force. It can help like enthuse and open up our consciousness accordingly in order to have a vitality consciousness. So the past spring, I've coupled that with another program called the Essentials for Well-Being. And this is where we took it, instead of above down, we took it from below up, where we focused on physical health factors, mental health factors, emotional health, leading again to our spiritual well-being. And then ultimately, again, is playing our part. Essentially, you can say the end aim of all of this is playing our functional, integrated, alive parts. So, step by step, Essentials for Well-Being has morphed into the creation of conscious healthy aging well-being circle. A circle, knowing well-being for ourselves and extending a well-being influence into the world. Meeting monthly, so not heavy words every week, but meeting on a monthly basis. And I have more details to follow tonight to tell you a little bit more about what I have in mind. But before we do, let's think about staying healthy as you age. So you're thinking about, have age-related symptoms popped up for you, like pain, sickness, tiredness, maybe your eyes, your ears, that have interfered with your participation in life? Does playing your part in life matter to you? And does sustaining your health as you age interest you? I think everyone here that I've met so far, I think we wouldn't be here unless those things mattered to us. But what does it take in this respect? So again, let's look at it in a deeper sense related to our reason for being. So a mentor of mine, Alan Hammond, had these things to say about aging. As we know from experience, there are ages and stages in life. Each one of them is designed to be delightful. But there is something to be done, to be experienced, and to be contributed in every age and stage of life. Each stage has its own creative opportunities and responsibilities. Those who are coming into their more senior generations have a very special opportunity in the world today. As life stage by life stage passes away, in its place emerges the opportunity for a fuller experience of ourselves and a greater opportunity to contribute into life. So those are some essences that kind of lead more towards the reason for our being, the reason for staying well as we age. So Conscious Healthy Aging Wellbeing Circle membership program. So this is what I've articulated so far in terms of this. So it's a circle of friends interested in aging well in grace and stature, extending a vital life influence into the world. Conscious Healthy Aging Wellbeing Circle membership program. So it's looking at live monthly sessions, going deeper with our reason for being, our alignment with our reason for being, how to best care for our body to stay well as we age, having a greater sense of belonging, playing our integrated part. It's amazing too to think about, as we have an interest this way, and sometimes it's hard to be healthy on our own, but even of being of support to each other. And some people call it resourcing each other, that we can actually be an energetic resource for each other as we play our part accordingly. And then going through the loop of these. So some months focusing on our reason for being, some months on our alignment. So accordingly, and then knowing there's always more. There's always more to go deeper with each one of these areas and to explore more. So it's basically stopping the getting old mentality and embracing aging with confidence and vitality. A big thing the past year we looked at is recognizing when we have an old age mentality and then looking to stop it so that we can continue to contribute in every age and stage of life, having that vitality consciousness. So Conscious Healthy Aging Wellbeing Circle membership details. So these are some details with the program. It includes Conscious Healthy Aging core content. The core content is those essential areas that I've expanded on the past year, but you'll be, if you do engage with the program, they'll be dripped to you. And you'll have that awareness for during the sessions. We can focus more on our work together in discussion wise. It will include essentials for well-being core content. So the core content that we expanded on during that essentials for well-being program, as well as past and ongoing content. And right now, if you do engage with the program, you'll be dripped every third day for about 2.5 months. And according to your interests, you can look at all the programs or none at all, but you'll have all the content of the past year. Live monthly sessions, private participant communication platform, and then new members currently engage at $11 per month. So a bit of an exchange to help give and receive, and takes a little time with the work that I do, but it's a labor of love, and I'd love to share it with you all. When you think about Conscious Healthy Aging Wellbeing Circle launch, so today's open for limited enrollment, is open for now. As a member, know a greater state of well-being for yourself. As a circle, being able to be a resource for each other. So that's such a certain point. I was on a call today with a group of friends and recognizing that, as we supported each other in discussion, actually it formed like an integrated energetic exchange where I felt good, the group felt good. It was like, well-being at hand more than what I could have done by myself. And being an influence of well-being on our world and the younger population. So I don't know if you saw my post today, but thinking about all of us as we get older, that we have a little bit more wisdom. And then if we can, you say, group together and feel stronger in our life affirmation of being an influence, that it opens up the possibility of actually the younger populations having that influence, the influence we can extend to provide some sanity and some wisdom to the younger populations. But it takes us first, I think, to affirm what we're about. Take action. So if you do want to join, this is the link to go to. It's bit.ly Vitality Group Membership. And I can put that in the chat later. And for the first are registered, I'll give them a one-to-one health review where I'll review their health and look to see how I can make some initial recommendations at least to help your individual well-being. And engage by Monday, by this Monday, and I'll give you gift access to my self-study course I worked on in terms of this explore, discover, and establish your greater self-discipline self-study course, where it's going to take some discipline in terms of, again, seeing what things enhance your health, what things distract from it, and then having a longer range vision, your core components of that. Okay, and the first session, the first kickoff session will be October 19th at 7:30, so a month from today. Okay, so I look forward to your continuing participation. And now let's get a little more deeper in terms of why you're here and how you can actually resource yourself together with all of us. So in terms of your participation, let's do some collaborative thinking. Let's personally consider. So here, Corinne, you may want to take a piece of paper if you have a pen on hand and consider for yourself, why is it important that I sustain my health? So answering that question for yourself, why is it important that I sustain my health? And you can look at it in terms of, let me just admit Selena here. Okay. And how does that relate to myself, my family, friends, the world? So right now we'll take a few moments. Hi, Selena, as just so you joined. But we're asking this question for each of us to consider personally and to and to articulate our thoughts. And it's good to actually write them down. So why is it important that I sustain my health? How does it relate to myself, my family, friends, and the world? Okay. Robert, I don't know if you got my message, if you have any meditation music. If not, that's fine too. So we'll take a few minutes here.